Fight number 5 this evening will be contested in the heavyweight division under C-class rules over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 110.5 kilos and trains out of Gamebred Academy. Tonight, he makes his MMA debut as a member of the Wimp to Warrior Season 4. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brenton Breaker Moore. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 110.6 kilos and trains out of Gamebred Academy. Tonight also making his MMA debut as a member of the Wimp to Warrior Season 4 cast. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Damian Gauci. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jamie Hugo.
First, Wimp to Warrior versus Wimp to Warrior contestants.
They touch gloves.
Well, the big boys now doing battle here. 110 kilos apiece.
Moving around like lightweights in there.
There's a just a certain type of anticipation when you watch the heavyweights, isn't there?
Definitely.
Everyone's on the edge of their seat, waiting for that big shot to land.
As I was saying earlier, they would have been sparring with each other, so they'd have their little moves ready. Feeling each other out.
Yeah, so at the moment, a lot of activity there with the lead hand of Damian Gauci. So Damian just pouring that jab out at the moment.
Or has he sprained his ankle then? Has he rolled his ankle as he stepped back?
A bit of possum, maybe.
Yes, certainly was a look of displeasure on the face there of the breaker, Brenton Moore. And, big left hook lands there, flush for Damian.
Similar experience, similar weights, similar fight names even, boys. We've got the breaker versus demolition. You can't separate them.
Something's going to get destroyed in that cage anyway.
Big shots. Wow, great exchange there on the fence. Looks like both fighters are taking a lick there in that one.
We've got a front headlock position here with the underhook on the cage.
So just on 1 minute to go here in this round. Looks like the man in the blue corner, Brenton Breaker Moore, now looking to try and cinch something up here. Referee Jamie Hugo steps in to break them both.
Just got a message from Wombat Jones, the XFC promoter, that he might be interested in fighting the winner. Seems to think it might be his weight category.
So as we're seeing some big shots thrown, nothing of too much consequence landing here in that last exchange though. 30 seconds to go. And the big boys making their way through the first round of their MMA careers. So we have seen a bit of a drop in the activity levels of both fighters here at this point as they settle into the fight.
Yeah, both look relaxed, haven't blown their gas tanks out. Looks like they're settling in for a second.
Jamie Hugo, 70-kilo bloke throwing himself in the middle of 220 kilos.
Enjoy that, Jamie. So tight opening round there for both fighters. Not quite sure who's going to get the nod there on the judges' scorecards, but very entertaining stuff there from the heavyweights as always. Interesting to note, like you said before, Joel, both these guys would more than likely have spent a fair few hours sparring and rolling each other. There's got to be some sort of mental kind of battle there, knowing that it's more than likely one of these fighters got the better of the other one in training. So it's an interesting little mental hurdle for some of these fighters to try and deal with.
Yeah, definitely. Like I did mention that, and it's the thing is, training's training, but in the fight, things go differently. So, yeah, when it's 100%, sometimes they can go a different way. So, yeah, but I don't see either of these guys taking a backward step or losing the mental game in that aspect.
In the amateur ranks, you definitely tend to find the fighter that's prepared to break away from that sparring, training sort of scenario and mentally prepare for an actual physical fight is the one that normally succeeds. So you're right, you know, both of these boys have trained together, but flicking that switch and actually turning it into a fight will provide a completely different situation.
And, well, a bit of an uptick now in the output of both men here in the early stages of round 2. A couple of big shots already thrown. Nothing landing. Too flush to right now. Big right hand lands flush there for the man in the red quarter, Damian Gauci, with a big shot, but Brenton Breaker-Moore just eating it like a pancake.
Big right hand, and it looked a nice solid left kind of hook, uppercut kind of snuck through there as well. Brenton definitely not prepared, definitely not scared to take that punch as well. Didn't faze him at all.
Yeah, no sign of too much damage remaining there for Brenton Breaker-Moore.
Getting a couple through himself now, he didn't like it.
Well, as we see the tide starting to shift, the Mansfield Tavern is absolutely electric as we see Brenton Breaker-Moore starting to land some heavy leather.
Slow down, boys. We've still got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes and the third round if we need it to decide the winner here in fight number 5. A couple of the big boys, heavyweights, totaling 220 kilos between them. And like you mentioned earlier, Jamie Hugo, our referee, with the unenviable task of having to get in the middle of them.
It was good to see Brenton there with his flurry. Definitely looked to pick his shots as well. Didn't get too excited.
Of course, now though, the question remains, how much did that take out of the gas tank of Brenton Moore? He really loaded up on a few of those shots. Did pick them quite well, like you mentioned there, Matt. But it looks like we are starting to see some cardio issues coming into play here. Just under a minute remaining here in the second round. So this is probably a welcome break for both boys in this stalemate clinch kind of position.
We're hearing Gauci's corner, Simon Clow calling, take the leg. Looking to try and snatch this round, put an accent on it. Right now, it's going either way.
So inside the final 30 seconds now, a couple of jabs poured out by both fighters. Big counter right hand landed. However, we saw the left hook reply straight away there from Damian. 10 seconds to go now as we hear the clapper.
Now, the last time they were in his position, Damian dropped down to try and grab a single leg. Not enough time to complete it there, though.
And Jamie Hugo will break the fighters as we will see a third and final round here in this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, very good. It's good to see this one go the distance. I think both guys still got some power. They're going to be carrying that power into this third round. We could still get that knockout that we were all looking for.
So as we see both corners go to work, looks like Ryan Dunstan, the head cornerman there for Damian Gauci, and Simon Clow barking the instructions at Brenton Moore in the blue corner. Cool to see Dane Alkin in there as well. Also a amateur heavyweight here who's made a fair bit of noise lately with some pretty impressive wins on the XFC promotion. And speaking of the XFC, in the opposing corner of Damian Gauci, we do have the champ himself, the super lightweight XFC champ, Lonnie Lontonomo, Philly Mohulla. So great to see some of the local fighters getting behind our amateurs here on Wimp Warrior.
I was about to say you've got Dane Alkin, who's a heavyweight in one corner, and then Lonnie Doyle, a super lightweight who weighs in at super lightweight and probably fights at heavyweight by the time the fight comes around. He's a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah, particularly for that weight class. So as we're now clapped in here to round 3, straight into the clinch there is Damian Gauci, looking to try and grab some legs. Nothing eventuating though. So as is often the case here in the heavyweight division, some big breaths here early in round 3, but still a lot of power behind both of these fighters' hands. So Damian looking to try and maybe snatch up a single leg here, and he's got it. Beautiful head on the outside single. Now looking for the pass, and it does just that. Into side control right in front of us here in the commentary booth, gents.
Yeah, here we go. So we'll see. He's trying to make the step to mount, and he's recorded in that half guard position here. So let's see if he can pass the guard, or he's going straight for the Americana here.
Yeah, looks like he's attacking the far arm there, Joel. So Damian Gauci maybe looking to try and get a figure 4 locked up, but Brenton Moore pretty hip to it and trying to keep that arm out of trouble.
His head's in the way there, which is kind of preventing him getting the angle on it. He's let it go.
Speaking to Damian before, he said he was much more prone to going for the chokes when looking for the submissions, but when someone presents an arm, you're going to take it.
You get the reversal straight to mount. He's still holding onto the head though. He's got to let that go. He's got to look at trying to get back to some kind of guard position here. So.
Well, big turn of events here as we see Brenton Breaker Moore now in mount position. Still a minute on the clock. Of course, no punches to the head of a grounded opponent here, so if he wants to finish, more than likely going to have to try and do it by way of submission.
Brenton himself a fan of the armbar, and Damian's definitely leaving that armbar out there for him.
He's turtled here. He needs to get those hooks in if he wants to secure this position. He's getting back to his feet.
So inside the final minute here, gentlemen, and some big breaths on both sides. Look at this. Up to the feet there, Damian Gauci and the Mansfield Tavern absolutely loving it here. Fight 5 as we see some big shots landed.
His corner before screaming for him to get up. It's definitely not easy to say, but when you've got 110 kilos on your back. So and a very impressive effort to be able to get up from there.
So it looks like we're going to be going to the scorecards here again for fight number 5. And there it is. The horn signals the conclusion of what has been a very entertaining heavyweight bout. Congratulations to both fighters. And we will find out our winner very shortly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores the contest 29-28 to the red corner. Judge 2 scores the contest 30-27 to the blue corner. And Judge 3 scores the contest 29-28 for your winner by split decision in the red corner, Damian Gauci.
Well, there we go. What a fight. Again, it's always difficult to pick a split decision, but again, such a razor close fight. And I tell you what, you'd have to think with the nickname like Demolition, XFC promoter Wimp Jones is in the house. I know Wayne Carl from XFC Demolition Melbourne is watching in right now. Boys, if you're looking for a poster boy,